Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 15 of Rock Solid Summit Blue. I'm Corinne Muth.
I'm Stephen Mason.
And I'm Sawyer Hunley. 15 episodes, guys.
That's
it's a
crazy.
milestone. And this is a bit of a bittersweet episode for us because it could,
Yeah.
Sawyer's last one of the year because he's heading out this week.
Yes.
We're definitely going to try to get to you another episode because we have a lot we want to talk about next week.
Stephen has so much he wants to get out.
Want to get out.
Stephen has to unpack some things.
He has to unpack some things before
Air
the
some
show
dirty.
ends.
Yeah. All right. We're moving right along. It's a pretty exciting day. Lady Vols basketball has finally got itself a full team as of this morning. So
Woo!
that's big stuff.
There we go.
But
Love to see it.
we're going to start over at Sherry Parker Lee Stadium because softball had a massive weekend against Alabama and turning it right over to Sawyer Huntley because he was there covering all three games for Rock Solid Sports.
Yes. Y'all, it was just a crazy weekend overall because of the ebbs and flow of that series. And when two great teams are playing against each other, you're going to have ebbs and flows like that. And it was a crazy difference from Saturday to Sunday to Monday.
It was crazy.
I mean, crazy. We saw three completely different wins, or games, I should say. At the end of the day, the Lady Vols do take the series 2-1 over Alabama.
Nice.
Alabama's arguably been the best team in college softball all season.
Yeah.
They've been number one at one point. They've beaten Texas in a series. They've beaten Arkansas in a series.
Right.
Arkansas's number one in the RPI. They've beaten some really good teams. They beat Florida State twice down in Tallahassee. And the Lady Vols took the series. And I'll just start out with Saturday night's game. It was a 12-0 Bama win that did not – it was just ugly.
That was a little bit heartbreaking.
It was heartbreaking.
Not off to a
disaster.
good start.
Yeah, and, it started out with a rain delay. So first
that's
of all,
right.
it was first pitch was supposed to be at 4 o'clock Eastern. It gets moved back to 7 the night before.
Holy.
Yeah, 3-hour delay, but it was like the night before, so we knew it was going to start at
Right.
7. But then we get there, probably about 6:15, they're like, hey, it's not starting till 7:30.
Oh
That
my
30 minutes did
gosh.
absolutely nothing, guys. I want to tell you all that much. It did absolutely nothing. But, so it was senior night as well. So senior night got moved back to like 7:10, game back to 7:30. I mean, we were just sitting there. We sat outside in the stadium the whole time. So did all the fans.
Did you get rained on?
Not much,
Okay.
just a very little bit. Every time I would get my laptop out because I wanted to do some work, it would start raining, and I was
Right.
like, of course.
You're like, my laptop's going to French fry over here.
Exactly. So I was like, well, I guess I'll just sit here. But so I just sat
In the
there,
rain.
and I didn't bring my phone charger, and I have to live tweet. So I was trying not to get on my phone because I was like, my phone battery sucks. But like, you know what?
Wow.
It all ended up okay, I guess. Not that night, but what happened? I mean, what went wrong that night? I wrote down on our notes an all-around struggle. Because that's what it was on both sides of the softball. I mean, Tennessee only recorded 2 hits offensively, 3 total base runners, 2 hits coming from Taylor Holly and Sophia Knight. Sophia Knight had a hit to lead the game off, matter of fact.
Oh, dang.
Only 1 hit
She's
the
really
rest of the
good.
game. Yeah, she's
like
been
watching
great.
her play.
She's been great, and her speed is unreal. She actually got moved down in the order on Monday night. I'll get to that, though. But, only 2 hits, 3 total base runners in the game. How crazy. Like 3 base runners,
Yeah.
guys.
Bonkers.
That's
Absolutely
crazy.
bonkers.
3 base runners. Now, Jocelyn Brisky, the starter, the ace for Alabama, has been fantastic all season long. She came into that game, I believe, with an 18-1 record and a sub 1.5 ERA.
Dang.
So she was fantastic that night. She has been fantastic all year. And also, Carlin Pickens was not at her best on Saturday night. On her senior night, only going 2 2/3 of an inning, giving up 5 runs on 4 hits, and the big number, 4 walks. She has struggled with walks all season. I think she's nearing 50 walks on the season.
Oh, dang.
And she's got about 140 strikeouts, so the ratio is just not great. It needs to be the walks need to be a little bit lower than they are right now. But she turned it around on Monday night 100%.
Yes, she did.
So I know, Stephen, did you watch any of game? Did either one of you watch any of game 1? Or
I
not really.
Did that I got
I don't blame you.
pressed and I was like, nah.
Right.
Wait, Friday or Saturday?
It was Saturday night.
Saturday.
It was a Saturday, Sunday, Monday.
Because Friday
series.
I was locked in all Friday night.
Baseball. Stephen?
Oh, yeah.
That was a
had,
long
Stephen had a long Friday.
I got there at
Yeah.
1:30 and left the stadium at 10:30 at night.
What?
Lindsey
Yeah.
Nelson Stadium turned
It was a
into
double
Stephen's
header.
home on Friday.
Oh my
It was 2
gosh.
great
For
games.
baseball?
It was,
You
yeah,
did get to
baseball.
watch, but
Oh.
still, like, however long you were there.
That's
It's
crazy.
something. It challenges the mind.
It has to challenge the mind.
So you'd rate 2.
No, I just wrote 1, but
just a-
Right.
it was exciting. That was a good weekend for Tennessee Athletics versus Alabama.
Yeah, no
Yeah.
doubt. I mean,
Like,
it was crazy.
It kind of followed a similar pattern to the softball, to be honest. Like that first game they had on Thursday night was very depressing.
Yeah.
But then-
Yeah.
but
You know
then-
the craziest thing? They both gave up 12 runs
Yeah.
in the game one, baseball and softball. That's crazy. Now the baseball team put up 8 runs in game
Yeah.
one, so it was a little bit more competitive. Softball did not.
Oh my gosh,
put up
wait.
any.
I'm sorry to cut you guys off. Wait, maybe I texted you this, maybe I didn't. I saw the girls volleyball team at the bar this weekend.
Oh.
I literally,
go.
it was, sorry, so sidebar, but I was like with my roommate and I was like looking around and like I'm not real short. I can't really see over everyone. And I
Right.
just got like a clear path and I was like, oh my God. I was like, is that Caroline Kerr?
Oh my
I was
gosh.
like, wait a minute. And then I like turned around and I was like, Avery, that's the volleyball team. and then like right next to Caroline Kerr, 6'6",
Yeah.
So
6'7",
cool.
like, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's all of them. And I thought that was really funny.
That's
but
funny.
Anyways, I didn't.
We'll
go
have
up.
more news about them at the end of this.
I didn't
episode.
go up
There
and
you
say
go.
hi,
Yeah.
but I wanted to, but I didn't.
You should have.
I didn't know if it'd be weird. So
Wow.
They probably might recognize. I don't know.
I don't know. I feel like Caroline Kerr. I don't think Caroline Kerr would recognize me.
Now there's a lot of new faces over there, and I guess we can.
That's
get into
true. Yeah. Anyways,
Yes.
sidebar. Sorry, back to
Sidebar.
softball.
that. Back to softball.
The softball, yeah,
Bad,
roll
my
it back
bad.
to softball.
Roll it back.
My bad.
But yeah, game one, I can't blame either one. I wouldn't have tuned. I would have watched the very beginning of it if I wasn't covering it. It would have been off probably by the second or third inning. I would have stopped watching immediately. It's just like they got down like 5-0, and they can't put up 5 runs.
Yeah,
like
no.
you knew they couldn't do that, and
that's hard.
And so it got to 5-0, and I myself was hoping for a run rule at that point so I could get out of there because I had already been there for a really long time.
Yeah.
We got the run rule. They got run ruled in 5 innings, 12-0 in game one. Game two was a completely different story, and the story of that game was Sage Marjetko, who has been
I watched that game. That was impressive.
unreal. She's been so good all year for
Yeah.
this team. She has a .93 ERA after that game with an 11-1 record. And I remember watching Sage play last year, and I wrote about this in my article, and I said she was just kind of like a glorified backup. Her numbers were not bad, but she didn't pitch that much. At this point of the season, obviously they still have 3 games left plus the postseason. Sage has already pitched more innings this year than she did all of last season.
Yeah.
And so it just shows there's a lot more confidence there with Sage. And she backed it up on Sunday as she had a complete game shutout, 1 hit, only a 1-hitter. She only allowed 1 hit in that game on Sunday.
That's at the very end too, right?
Very
Yeah.
end. She recorded 6 1/3 out. So
Dang,
how
that's
many
good.
outs is that? That's 19 outs that she needed 21. She recorded 19 before she gave up her first base hit.
That's pretty good.
In the top of the 7th. It was really good. She was fantastic. I mean, Alabama could not hit her. She struck out 6. And yeah, I mean, it was kind of like Karen Weekly after the game was like, Sage willed her team to a win today. That's strong words from a head coach like Karen Weekly.
Yeah, for
but
sure.
she did. And, then the bats, I said, they came somewhat alive. Gabby Leach and Emma Clark both hitting solo home runs. I think they still only had like 3 or 4 hits in the game. I can't remember. I think it was 4 as well. But 2 of them left the yard. So that makes a big difference.
Is Carlin Pickens a 5th year or a senior?
She's a senior.
She's
Okay.
done.
She's
Okay.
done.
Right,
she is
because she's
done.
going to the league.
Yeah, she's
Yep.
going
Yeah.
to the AUSL. She got her gold ticket a few weeks ago.
Yeah,
so
that's right. I knew
But
that.
Sage will be back next year. So I mean, Sage will be
Right,
their
right.
their ace next year, along with Aaron Newer, and that's a perfect transition to Game 3 because
Yep.
Aaron Newer started Game 3. The sophomore, kind of. I don't want to say it was a surprise because she's kind of been their Game 3 player all year, but in a Game 3 as big as this, you might think they might start Carlin, start Sage, who had such a good game, but they didn't. They go to
After
Aaron
having an
Newer.
off.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And they go to Aaron, and Aaron got 6 outs, and that's all they needed. She went through the order one time, did not allow a run. That was after the game. Karen Weekly said that was our game plan coming in. They hoped that she posted some zeros, and she posted 2 of them. Fantastic job by Aaron, and then the story of the game was Carlin Pickens. What a game. I think Steven, I know you watched. Did you watch the game Monday night,
Yeah, I
Corinne?
did.
Yeah,
It was
y'all,
nasty.
I mean,
Yeah,
y'all got to
was-
see it.
oh,
So,
boy.
Yeah.
I mean, just
I think last year's Carlin
was-
Pickens.
last
Yeah,
year's
yeah,
Carlin
yeah.
Been
Pickens.
missing her all year long.
We have
I
been
was
missing
shocked.
her. And I remember I was talking to my dad over the week or over like Sunday, and I was like, I think it was Sunday night, and I was like, I hope they start Carlin tomorrow. I was like, I know she's such a competitor. She wants to get out there so bad.
Yeah.
Didn't start her. She comes in, 11 Ks, no walks, only one hit by pitch, only one free pass given up. She shined. It was like this was the Carlin Pickens. And so what did y'all see just watching her from home? Because I mean, like watching her in person, it was just like I haven't gotten to watch her a ton this year, even though I've covered a lot of games. I've covered a lot of like midweeks, and it's been more Sage and Aaron. But when I've gotten to watch her, she has not been at her best. But that was Carlin Pickens at her finest against a really good offense. So kind of what did y'all think?
She seemed to have a very good control of the zone. 10 or 11
Yeah.
strikeouts she ended the night with. The velocity was also there, definitely giving Alabama hitters a whole lot of
No doubt.
problems. So that the best way to say it is that was Caroline Pickens of last year.
That's right.
Yeah.
We all know how dominant she was then. So if she can keep this going forward to the SEC tournament and also to the postseason, I think this team's in a really good position. Even though the offense still leaves something to be desired.
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I mean, I felt like I was watching the what's it called?
What's your word?
The
What's
team
the
of
word?
old.
No.
The Pickens of old? Is that what you're looking at? She's got it.
What's the thing called at the end of the year when they go to the thing?
Oh, the World Series.
Yes,
yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yes.
No, that's such a good point.
Yeah.
That felt
Okay,
like
yeah.
a World Series
wow,
game.
I really could not pick that out of my brain.
But that was a good that was good, Corinne. That's very true because it felt like a World Series
Yeah.
atmosphere. Like it was like big
The
time in
hatred
there.
was there,
The
too.
hatred was there.
Yeah, I mean, you're
the
up
locos
against-
were going crazy. I mean, they were right
Weekly
there.
was very fired up. I've not seen her like that before. I know she's
Weekly-
capable of that.
Yeah, you're up against our rival, and maybe she was like, okay, I didn't have that great of a weekend, and then maybe
Right.
she just like, I don't know, woke up on the right side of the bed. I don't know. Maybe her shoulder was feeling better.
She was chest bumping people after big hits. She was hyped, and
It was personal.
it was personal.
Yeah.
And
From 2024.
And
Mm-hmm.
that
There we
leads
go.
me into my next part I wanted to talk about. 4-1 was the final on Monday night. The same exact score that Alabama beat Tennessee in 2 years ago here in Sherry
Dang.
Parker Lee to go to the Women's College World Series. The exact same score. How crazy is that?
That's crazy.
The same exact score a
She
couple
was
of
deaf
years
out
ago.
for revenge.
Yeah,
Smoke 'em.
and Carlin played in that game. I don't think she started, but she played a lot in that game.
Yeah.
And so this was like there wasn't many. Like this is a young team, so not many of those players were on the team at that point. I think like Ella Dodge was on the team, just like redshirting or something. But like Carlin was really the only one that like got out there and played.
Yeah.
So like it was personal. I think Gabby Leach and Alana Leach were both on the team as well, but Carlin, like, this was personal. You could tell. And she went out there and she took it personally. And I loved it. I love seeing Carlin Pickens like that. I've been watching Carlin since she was a freshman. And I just think it's so fun watching her go out there and do her thing because she is genuinely maybe the best in the country when she's at her best.
Yeah.
And Tennessee will need that for the rest of the season if they want a chance to make a run back to Oklahoma City because they can do it. And they have such a good pitching staff as a whole that they can win a national championship if they can just find a way to push some runs across the plate and not too many runs. I mean, they literally
They just need to hold them.
literally,
Yeah.
there was a stat coming into Saturday night when they scored 3 or more runs, they were 166-10 since the start of the 2023 season. That's a 94% win rate when they scored 3 or more runs.
Dang.
So they almost are guaranteed to win when they score 3 or more runs. Now, this weekend they added a win to that total.
Right.
So they now I guess they're 167-6-7. Sorry guys. Sorry. 167-11 or 167-10, I'm sorry. So that's like took the win rate even higher. And I mean when they just push a few runs, like 3 runs is not that much in today's college softball. And so it's good to get a little bit of offense going. Also want to shout out Taylon Holly, the freshman.
That was impressive.
Man, she was really good. Karen Winkley moves her up to the 3 hole the other night. Comes up huge with 2 RBIs and 2 hits. She was one of the top players coming out of high school in high school softball. she's proved it this year. She's been in the lineup a lot this year, and she was really good again on Monday night on the biggest stage. And I think my favorite part was Dixieland Delight raining down after it, and the girls getting to smoke cigars. And I don't know if y'all heard about this, but the story behind that is Alabama smoked cigars 2 years ago when they won here on the logo.
Oh, that's so personal.
And
nope.
And so Karen was talking about it after the game. Somebody asked, was like, did you guys remember that? Like, do you remember that when she was like, they smoked cigars on our logo?
Yeah.
We remembered it and we took it personally. Like, she didn't hide it. And I'm like,
I would take
that's
it
Karen Weekly.
Yeah,
Yes.
I would take it personal too.
I just wanted to add another layer to the story that I saw because the radio commentator for Alabama was complaining on X after the game because after Alabama smoked cigars on our logo, the university here, because we were a smoke-free campus, cited them for breaking those laws. Yeah. So I just love that pettiness because you know they didn't cite.
Love it.
Right.
No, I love it. That's
hilarious.
Y'all, everybody was smoking a cigar. Like, guys, if they would have offered me one, I would have smoked a cigar. Like
Karen, hand me yours.
Like, exactly. Like Shane, the guy who's over all the media, he had a cigar. He was loving it. Like, it was great. Everybody was so happy.
Oh my gosh.
It was just really an awesome scene, you know? So,
because it's like a thing when we beat Alabama.
It
right.
Isn't football called like the Smoke Bowl or something?
So it becomes that.
It becomes that if whoever wins gets to smoke the cigar. That's how it goes. That's what started in football.
Baseball, they did not do that. I did not see them
No,
do
they
baseball.
didn't. The baseball
it was
did.
I don't really like how they handled the ending of that game because they did the whole Rocky Top thing and they did a whole talking spiel over the PA system. And then they finally played Dixieland Delight.
Yeah, it took a minute.
By then, like at least half the stadium emptied out.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And there were some dudes sitting in front of the press box who turned around because the game managers, the people who run all the whatever extra, the scoreboard and stuff like that, sit right by the media in the baseball stadium. And he was turned around and started screaming at them to play Dixieland Delight. And it took him like a while, then they finally did it. And
The softball did it really fast.
Yeah.
Like they got on
feel like
Dixieland
you got to
Delight.
just skip that Rocky Top and just go straight to Dixieland
That's
Delight
right.
when Tennessee beats Alabama.
I was texting my mom and some other people the other day, and I was like, there's just nothing better than beating Alabama.
No.
It's just such an
Great.
incredible feeling when you beat
beautiful.
Alabama in whatever sport it is. It's just fantastic. And I mean, baseball and softball both beat Alabama.
Beat
in
the
one
pants off of them
They
at the
sure
end.
Yeah.
did. And so credit to them. I did put a little note at the bottom of this. This series probably puts Tennessee, the Lady Vols, in hosting. Obviously, they were set to host a regional more than likely, unless they just had an utter collapse. This probably puts them in the top 8 seed.
Right.
Steven, you texted it to us the other night. After you texted that, I asked the reporter from D1 Softball that was there. I was like, I thought she would know. She was like, is this kind of wrap us up? And she was like, I think this will wrap up Tennessee hosting a super regional if they advance through the regionals. So that's great. I mean, the road to Oklahoma City runs through Knoxville.
Which makes it a whole lot easier.
And when I think they have I'm biased. I don't think there's a better atmosphere in the softball country.
Oklahoma's
Oklahoma's
hard
good,
to beat them.
but
Yeah,
their
I see it.
stadium's also bigger.
It's way
than
bigger,
ours.
Yeah.
And so just y'all, there's nobody better than the Lady Vol Locos. What they get out there and do, they're just fantastic.
And bigger's not always better. I mean, we've seen it at the baseball stadium. They expanded, and the
Exactly.
environment definitely took a hit. And I think
Yes.
that could be a little sneak peek for our episode next week about why that might be. So tune into that.
Yep.
But yeah, I
that's-
do agree with that. You can feel it through the TV. Like
and you can feel it.
there's
Yeah.
definitely energy there.
They had a bigger crowd Monday night than Sunday night.
Okay.
That's saying something,
Yeah.
y'all. I mean, that's a statement right there. And Karen Weekly touched on it after the game because so every Monday night the SEC does a softball game. It's mic'd up Monday, and that's what this was. And normally Karen was talking about there's nobody there. There's no crowds because it's a Monday night. And that wasn't the case here at Sherry Parker Lee on Monday night. The crowd was 2,300 something. Hold up, I have the number in my bag, guys.
But like accountability, I wish one thing that I do not think they do very well is like the student. It's so hard to get over there and figuring out tickets. I've done it a few times. It's like I don't know. It's
Yeah, because it's over by the soccer stadium.
Yeah,
Yep.
so it's hard
Getting
to
to the
get
soccer
to.
stadium was like my least favorite thing during
Yeah.
soccer season.
2,329 was the
Oh,
total
dang.
attendance on Monday
Wait,
night.
what was it?
2,329.
Oh, wow.
Pretty
Solid.
good.
Yeah.
Very solid. Sunday afternoon was 2,100. something. I
Also
don't remember
pretty good.
That's pretty good,
Yeah,
too.
not bad.
But yeah, this is the final stat sheet. I'm just looking to see if there's anything else on here that is needed. They only had I think 4 hits. Yeah, like 4 hits. Alabama had 4 hits, but Tennessee just
Gotta make them count.
got to make them count.
Yeah.
Emma Clark had 2 hits, 2 hits out of 3 at bats with an RBI. Also scored a run. Emma Clark's been swinging a good bat. She got moved up to the 2 hole. So we'll see. A complete lineup change. I don't know if y'all saw it the other night. It was a complete lineup
Yeah, I
change.
saw that.
Yeah.
We'll see if Karen Wickley decides to stick with that.
You would think she would. I mean,
Surely. I mean, if it
Surely.
kind of pushed you some runs across.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
um,
Finally.
I did have a question for y'all. I wrote it on here. Tennessee wins the series against the top 3 team, yet they don't even move up in the ESPN rankings.
Doesn't make any sense. to
That
me.
doesn't make any
That's
sense.
very confusing
That makes
to me.
no
Very
sense to me.
confusing. They moved up in the D1 softball poll. There's so many polls in college softball that like you never
there's
know
the
which.
RBIs.
Yeah,
and
the RPI, and I don't even know what that looks like.
They won softball America,
Yeah.
coaches poll.
Let's see what the RPI is. Here's D1 softball's rankings.
RPI had Tennessee at 8.
Okay.
What? Good Lord.
Alabama's at 5.
Florida's number 1.
Florida, Arkansas, Texas, Nebraska's Big 10. Alabama, Oklahoma.
Yeah, Florida's number 1.
UCLA.
Wow.
So you have
I see.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of the top 10 are all SEC schools.
Dang.
And Tennessee has played.
LSU is just outside.
Yeah.
Who's Tennessee played? Florida, Nebraska, Alabama, UCLA. So they played a lot of those teams.
Beating
in the
them, right?
top
Arkansas?
Huh?
Have we played Arkansas?
Mm-mm.
Oh.
We haven't played
I thought
Arkansas.
we did.
But we did play like right out. We played Oregon. They're number 9 in the RPI. We played
Oh, that's
UCLA.
right.
LSU, Florida State, Duke, Mississippi State's also in the top 25 of the RPI.
Played Stanford too, right in the beginning of the year.
No, we
No,
haven't
that's-
played Stanford yet. We'll see who else. Ole Miss is 23 in the RPI. Ole Miss is a really interesting team. I'll be very
Yeah.
interested to see if they make the NCAA tournament. Their RPI definitely signifies, however you say that word, that they will.
Signifies.
Signifies. That's what it is.
There you
That
go.
they will.
This has Oklahoma at number 1.
That's probably like the kind of the AP poll
Right,
of
right,
college
right.
softball because they
Okay.
are the number 1 team right now.
Mm-hmm.
They'll probably win the SEC.
Dang.
Oklahoma has their work
That's
cut
so
out for them to win
confusing.
the SEC. They just got to take 2 out of 3. If they win the series against Texas A&M this weekend, they will wrap up the number 1 seed in the SEC. Yo, I mean, like the 10th best team in the SEC right now, Mississippi State. They're really good. They're really good. They're a top 20 RPI team.
They've always been pretty good.
And South Carolina is number 12. They're ranked in the top 25.
Crazy.
Yeah,
The
it's just,
SECs are so dominant in softball.
they
Yeah.
really are. And Auburn is 4-17 in the SEC, and they will probably make the NCAA tournament. It's just like
Dang.
how good the SEC is. Same with Ole Miss. Talked about Ole Miss. Look,
Oh,
y'all,
yeah.
they're 4-17 in the SEC. 2 of those wins came over Tennessee, and Tennessee is one of the top 10 teams in the country. And it's crazy, y'all. The SEC is so good at softball. There's no easy outs in the SEC tournament. There's no telling who's going to win it. But that takes us to the series preview they have this weekend. They will head to Columbia, Missouri to take on the Missouri Tigers. Missouri's fighting for a postseason berth. They are on the bubble right now. They're 27-26. You have to have over a 500 record to be eligible for the postseason. If Tennessee goes and sweeps them this weekend, they will be 2 games under 500.
Yeah.
So, and if Tennessee goes and takes 2 of 3, they will be at 500.
See.
So then they
Well-
go in the SEC tournament needing a win. Missouri's going to be playing hard. This is going to be a big series, bigger than others realize. Hopefully Tennessee can at least take 2 of 3. It will keep them very much in the
Top 8.
top 8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
That's
think
where
they
you
kind
wanna
of
be.
need to win the
Hopefully.
series.
They do. I think they definitely need to win
And
the
then
series.
so they host.
So they
'Cause That would
host.
be so fun.
They really,
go.
we really need them to host. They just need that home field advantage to
Right.
get
Yeah,
to Oklahoma
I
City.
think so
That's
too.
they can make it to Oklahoma City if they have that home field advantage.
Yeah.
That would be big. But
I agree.
all right, y'all took softball. Y'all want to turn it over to y'all for? I'm gonna turn it over to y'all for basketball.
Keep it rolling. Well, yep, as we said at the onslaught of this show, Tennessee Lady Vols basketball has a full roster. There are 15 players that have committed to play at the
Woo.
University of Tennessee next year. That includes 13 transfers and 2 freshmen. So, I mean, after all the turbulence at the end of the postseason and the span of about 23 days or so, Kim Caldwell has herself a roster, and it's a pretty solid one.
Is the portal? The portal's closed, right?
The portal is closed to enter.
Okay.
I think people can still move about.
Okay.
The last signing that Tennessee had was Riley Makaluski of West Virginia. She's a 6'2" forward. She averaged around 4 points a game for them last season, a team that hosted in the tournament the first weekend. I believe they got upset by number 5. West Virginia was a 4 seed. They got upset by a 5 seed Kentucky in the opening weekend of the NCAA tournament. So she's coming off a pretty solid year there. She gives some size to this Tennessee team. I definitely do think that's going to be a shortcoming. What a lot of people will talk about going forward is they do not have that much size on this roster.
That's right. That's going to be the biggest bugaboo. That's going to be the biggest thing that people pick out for sure.
But as Kim Caldwell has spoken on her little press conference tour these last few days, she's on the Big Orange Caravan, which for those we're not familiar with, it's pretty much a big old PR tour for Tennessee athletics to go to other cities in the great state of Tennessee. So they were at Chattanooga last night. I think they're in Nashville this night. And it's a chance for donors and fans to meet up with the coaches of the football, men's and women's basketball team. And she had about an 8-minute press conference, and she said her main focus was getting those 3-point shooters. That's what she wants to play.
Got to be able to
Sounds
score.
about right.
And she was also, what I found most surprising was she was a lot more hardcore with getting players to commit. She said the whole process was, at first, before they even made the phone call to the player, they talked to people in their life to find out what kind of person they are, what kind of personality, what is their competitive spirit like. And then once they came to Tennessee, her thing was pretty much they tried to scare them away. Like, we're going to work you really hard, which is something that she said she did not do. She has not done before, but she's trying it out this year. So she pretty much tried to scare them away, and then she made the players look her in the eye and say, I want to come play for Tennessee, and I know what it's going to cost.
I mean, yeah, I don't blame her. You have a horrible season.
Yep.
And then
when the players quit on her, let's be honest, the players quit on her last year.
Yeah, and so, I mean, I don't blame her having some trust issues with, these girls being like, okay, well, we're going to come play, but, we're just...
They can bite you.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Girls are mean.
Yeah.
That's, people probably thought it was the exact opposite. People probably think they're begging on their hands and knees for people to come because, that's they don't have any players.
Yeah.
But I love that Caldwell took that approach.
That's good.
That's the type of players you want. You want some hard nose. We talked about it. That's the way they're going to have to win games. Is they're going to have to just play really hard
and
I mean, they're it's just like I think what I'm most excited for about this team is there's 15 players on it and all 15 could potentially get in the rotation, but she's only going to rotate about 10 or 11 players, and out of those 15, the top 10, 11 are going to be decided, and so there's obviously some girls we know that are going to end up being in there. Aaliyah Moore is going to be in there.
I think
she's
Jana's going to be in there.
She's going to head up your front court, right?
You're right.
Yeah, for sure.
Is it Smickle?
There's some wild names on this.
There are.
I've got to spend
Smickle?
summer practicing these names.
I know. Yeah, exactly.
Smickle. That's what that looks like.
I think she'll get to play. It's just kind of worrying about her health. Naomi White. There's a lot of players on this roster.
We got some forwards.
We
got
did.
some forwards.
Nice.
I mean, Janai is she almost was averaging, like we said, a double-double last year, playing at Texas and A&M in the SEC. So that's
that's big time.
That's big. She's like a solid pickup that I think this team desperately needed.
Yeah.
There are 2 Brits on this team.
Nice.
I know we do have our fans in England who listen. I know. Specifically my family, but that's fine.
Still, though.
You're not wearing your London hat today.
Not today.
Is that your new hat?
Yeah.
I like that hat.
I like that hat.
It's
I like
unique.
it.
I hadn't seen one like this before. It was the only one that was there. So
Wait,
it was
put your head down so I can see it. Oh, yeah, I like
It's
that
cool.
one. It's great.
I like that.
There's some nice orange stitching on it. I like that hat.
But yeah,
I like that laugh.
I think Janae is fantastic, and then of course you have Irene.
Sorry.
We're just gonna keep on rolling.
That was really good, actually. It was so funny.
Sorry, I'm quoting vines
Oh
here.
my
I
gosh,
need
not
to
the
not.
vine. Oh my
like that
god.
laugh.
I like that.
Oh my God.
I like that laugh.
I like that. Okay, sorry.
Sorry,
Steven.
guys.
Sorry, Steven. I like
Steven,
that. Okay, continue.
okay, Steven, you can go, but you can start again. Sorry.
I mean, what are we doing here?
Yeah, no, but I agree with you. It's just I think the Fats Jana was the biggest addition to this team just because of what she's done at the level she's done it at. Now, Smickle is a good player, really, really good player. It's just is she going to be able to bounce back off of an ACL tear? They've got multiple players coming off injuries on this
That's
roster.
hard.
Yeah.
That's really that's something that's really interesting to me because also what's the
ACLs are specifically
Tough
kind
one.
of finicky.
Yeah, Jada Eads, another one coming off an ACL. And it's just
The
like,
Maine and the
dang.
lame are coming to Knoxville. But someone asked,
they're good though.
They are very
They're
good.
solid players.
and someone asked Kim about this last night.
Good.
Talking to people,
What'd
and
she say?
said that Ellie Smickle was ahead of schedule. Obviously, she hasn't come to Knoxville yet, so she hasn't been able to meet with the medical team here yet. But she says in her conversations with her that she feels great and she's ahead of schedule. So
good.
that's hopeful. It's still many, many months away.
We got plenty of time.
Maybe they. Well, I mean, obviously, we're one of the best programs in the country, but maybe they felt okay with it because, like, you know, these other schools they were at, maybe they just don't have as great as medical
Probably
teams
not.
as we
Probably
have.
not.
Yeah, I mean, I
Maybe.
think that's I mean, like, and obviously all these are not mid-major programs.
There's a lot of
But
power forward.
There are
teams.
power four, but they're smaller power fours.
Yeah.
And so it's kind of like I saw somebody be like, Tennessee's gonna assemble the mid-major Avengers. It's just like, is it going to? And so like obviously it's turned out to where there are power four teams, but you know, I mean,
they're all players that are going to fight though. 'Cause they have something to prove.
right. They all
Yeah.
have something to prove, and that is what
And
can
it's
make Tennessee
helpful-
compete next year.
It's helpful that they're all coming from not like the same place, but they're all transfers.
Right.
Yeah,
This whole team is
It's
transfers.
going to be a complete reset of the locker room. I think it goes right back to how Caldwell conducted the bringing people in. Like she said, scaring people away or trying to scare people away.
Yeah.
I think this is a much needed reset for her locker room, and I think now that she has that commitment from them, she can hold them to a very high standard as far as effort goes and things like that. And I do not, knock on wood, I do not think you're going to see the meltdown that we had this year in the
I
locker
hope
room.
not.
Is this real wood?
It is.
It's not. Dang it.
not,
I
but
think I
There's
just
some
jinxed
back
us.
there on the
Yeah.
old record player.
Oh, the
whatever
old
that
record
is.
This is a
There you
record
go.
I
player?
have no idea.
Oh.
What it is.
1940s
Just go with
player.
it. It's a
Just
radio.
go with it.
No, but like
Solid.
this is I don't know, y'all. I was talking about like to somebody the other day. I was like, the football team, like we don't know what quarterback's going to be like for them, so that's
Oh,
really
yeah.
interesting. The basketball team looks like they're going to be pretty good, and so that's going to be fun to watch. And then the women's basketball team's like,
Who knows?
who knows?
We're
so
just
like it's going to be
transfer city.
exactly.
Literally.
Yeah.
It's going to be exciting. I mean, we get to kind of just see what happens. So I'm like low key excited
Yeah.
about it.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just like
It'll be an adventure.
it'll
for
be an
sure.
adventure, and I'm like
Adventure.
I'm here for it. I'm
It'll
excited.
definitely be interesting.
I
So-
do think it comes with a caveat that if they are not successful, though, it will be the end of.
Oh,
Kim
yeah.
Oh
Caldwell.
yeah,
Oh, yeah.
for sure.
That's
So-
what somebody asked me the other day. They were like, "Do you think they'll fire?" And I was like,
If she's
"The
not-
fans will stop donating.
Yeah,
like
they will.
they won't come to the games.
No.
Donations will stop. Like there will be a boycott if they don't fire Caldwell after
Yeah.
this
And the fans
year.
are showing up. I mean, the athletics department announced this week that across
Yeah.
football, men's, and women's basketball, the University of Tennessee led all schools for the third year in a row in attendance.
Nice.
And women's basketball is one of three schools that averaged 10,000 over.
Wow.
All
at the-
SEC schools or just every
all
school?
schools
Oh,
everywhere.
dang.
Who else
10,000.
probably did? UConn? Did UConn attend? Was UConn attendance good?
UConn even that big? I
don't know.
I'm sure
I don't
South
know.
Carolina.
Oh
on
yeah,
there.
for
That
sure.
makes sense.
'Cause that's all South Carolina got going for them right now.
UCLA maybe.
Probably not, because UCLA has to compete with like a lot of other athletics, right? All the professional leagues and stuff over there.
I mean, kinda, but people like the Bruins.
I
Like
guess basketball, yeah.
yeah, in
Definitely not
California,
football,
you're a Trojans or you're a Bruins.
You
fan.
are. You are a
And
Trojan or a
if you pick
Bruin.
the wrong side,
Ooh.
you may get crucified.
Ooh. Yeah,
Tread lightly.
Tread lightly.
Tread lightly.
Tread
in
lightly.
The great
Carry a
city of
big
California.
stick.
But yeah, overall, I'm really interested in this roster. It's gonna be fun.
Intriguing.
Yes.
Very intriguing. I don't know what else to say.
Do they
y'all.
have
It's
like
just-
do they have like an exhibition game or anything?
I don't think they've announced any scheduling yet.
It'll
Oh,
probably be
okay.
this summer. They'll announce
Yeah.
an exhibition,
okay.
and the rest of the schedule will come out like towards the end of the summer. They'll like, like non-conference games like slowly get announced
Yeah.
throughout the
Yeah.
summer. Like the ACC
trickle
SEC
in.
challenge will come out in like mid-June, a random day in June
Yeah.
or something. Like you'll see
Mhm.
that kind of stuff.
I'm just
up.
curious about like I'm just like curious how they're all going to play.
Yeah. It is a lot of experienced players. Though. They only have 2 freshmen on this roster, Gabby, Minus, and Irene. So that is also another thing to look at.
And they're both tall.
Fairly tall. I mean,
I'm glad we have some
Gabby's 6'1".
That's pretty good.
That's pretty tall.
For a
Irene's
wing.
only 5'10".
That's pretty tall.
And then you got like, obviously the forwards on this roster, like, I mean, not super tall.
There's not like they don't have a crazy size anyway, so it's
Right.
really gonna come playing on the perimeter and then just doing that. I think they're gonna go stick with the full court press. Honestly.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Definitely seems like
Probably.
she's not moving on that one,
She is not gonna budge on
which
that.
is interesting to say the least.
It's just her style.
Yeah.
I mean,
It's
it's
probably
just
why she's trying to pick out people who can shoot.
yeah, 100%. I mean, she wants players that are gonna play hard and that can shoot. That's basically your 2 things you're looking for.
And she's got that.
Yeah,
And we couldn't do either less.
Yeah, that's facts. We could not do either.
that was the thing. Who was I talking about the other day? I can't remember. I was talking to somebody the other day, another one of the journalists, the softball game, and we were talking about just how they could not shoot. I mean, they just
really bad.
Literally, they could not shoot. That was the whole thing. They just couldn't shoot the basketball, and you have to be able to shoot it.
They had one of the most talented rosters too in the nation, which is
Yeah.
mind-blowing.
But I think the problem is just like most of those players. I cannot remember who I was talking to this about. I think it was Paige. Do y'all know Paige? What's her last name? Paige.
She's on like one of the TV stations, right?
Yeah, I think
I know
so.
who you're
But we were
talking about.
Wait, is she blonde?
No,
Yeah.
she's like
Okay.
what is her? Hold up, Paige Dower.
Okay.
Oh,
Paige
okay.
Dower is her name. And me and Paige were talking about it, about how like their players that they had that last season were players that needed to get in a game and stay in for about 5 minutes and get warmed up and really get their groove going. Like, and now this year, like you just got shooters, man. I mean, you just got girls that are going to come in and shoot the ball. Like last year, like their best shooter on the team was probably Mia,
Yeah.
and that's just not
Yeah,
good.
it wasn't
Like Mia
very
wasn't.
And
Mia's
maybe
not a good.
Talasia Cooper.
She
on a
could get
good day.
hot,
Yeah.
but she was so streaky
Yeah.
that it was just like I'm trying to think. I mean, Parker could kind of stretch the floor. She would get hot, but she was not.
No
a really,
one was very consistent. though.
no one
No,
like
no
they didn't
one
have
was.
the year before. They had Tess Darby, Jewel Spear,
Right.
Samara
Yeah.
Spencer. They had so many shooters the year before, and all those girls graduated, and they really replaced them with scorers, not shooters. In this system, she needs shooters, not scorers, because that's just the type of offense she plays. She plays an offense where one girl's going to get hot one night and go for 22, and the next night it's going to be a completely different girl.
Yeah.
That's just
Doesn't bode well. And I think honestly, like getting these like not so talented players. I mean, they're obviously very talented, but they're not like the 5-star recruits that other schools are
Right.
bringing. I think it's not a bad model to follow, especially in this era of college athletics when you are watching your bottom line and profits and how much money is getting put into your program. So I think honestly, if you can get away with like, not paying people so much money, I think that's good for the survival of the program.
100%. I think that it's yeah, but I just think like the whole thing about like not paying as much and all this whatever, like it's just like there's more of a chip on the shoulder,
Right.
Like it's just
Right.
like that's what I think that's what she needs, y'all. I mean, like she doesn't need these. Last season, like it was these high end players that are just great, and that's why they were ranked number 8 nationally to begin the season. That's why there was so much confidence. But like it's better for them that they just have a bunch of hard-nosed players that are not the highest rated ever that can just come in and play hard and shoot the basketball. And
Yeah.
it'll give her more of a chance to win. And I saw somebody say today they're going to finish 12th to 16th in the SEC. So there you go. If they finish any higher, it's going to be a
Put that on. Well, like,
Yeah.
I know.
unfortunately for Kim, they're gonna have to finish a whole lot higher if she wants to keep her job next year.
No doubt.
Yeah.
So they're gonna
Do you think that they would also like question Danny White? And I know Danny White hired Josh Heupel, so
Yeah.
he's still kind of good with that. But do you think? Well, I mean, after Danny White like so delusionally defended her in one of those press
Yeah.
conferences,
Yeah.
like, do you think?
We could talk about Danny White next week too.
I think Danny White, there's just a lot of stuff circulating around him, and
fun stuff.
that's
Fun stuff.
But Steven, do you want to give us a
Yeah.
preview on what we got ahead for
I
the
will.
weekend?
Yeah, I will just go ahead and put a little plug for myself. I will be publishing a little column breaking down this
Hey.
entire off
Ooh.
season, starting at what happened in Michigan, where I was when the season came to the end for the Lady Vols, and right up to today.
Yes.
That'll be published. You can follow WTK Rock Solid Sports on X. You'll probably get linked there, or just look on the website. But yeah, that's like a selfless plug right there for myself.
No, you need that. You need to plug your stuff, Steven.
So
Yeah.
we can break it all down, more details there. And yeah. But I will just a little aside here. Volleyball did announce another game for next year, non-conference. They will be playing Pitt in the ACC SEC Challenge on September 9th at 7 p.m. on ESPN2. And that game will be played in Orlando. Kind of a bummer, honestly, that they're not playing on one of the campuses, because I know Pitt should open up a new facility for their volleyball team. I have a bunch of friends who go to Pitt who are diehard Pitt volleyball fans, so the trash talking has started already.
Awesome.
Yeah, one of them goes to Pitt. But yeah, and her sister too. They're both diehard, so like the trash talking is well on their way.
Good.
Yeah, but we'll turn it back to this week. Obviously tomorrow, Thursday, softball will be playing at Missouri at 7 p.m. on the SEC Network Plus. Sorry.
Yes.
Friday, women's tennis gets their postseason underway against Old Dominion at 1 p.m. in Durham, North Carolina. That will be round one game for them. They just missed out on hosting the first weekend. They stumbled in the SEC tournament, so not very surprising there, but it is what it is. Friday, softball plays at Missouri again at 7 p.m., and that will be also on the SEC Network Plus. And then Saturday, softball will wrap up their series at 1 p.m., and that game will be on SEC Network. And Saturday, women's tennis will be playing either the 15-seed Duke or VCU at 2 p.m., and that's obviously depending on if they beat Old Dominion, but that'll be their round 2 game for their postseason run. And then on Tuesday, the SEC softball tournament kicks off in Lexington, Kentucky, and that will roll until Saturday. So we'll also drop that in our episode this next week about their seeding and how that's going. But
That's right.
I'm very excited for that. There's going to be a lot of really good high-level college softball games.
Yeah.
We talked about how good the SEC is. So I'm like really looking forward to
the tournament should be chaos.
just the
I
tournament.
really enjoyed the tournament.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. I mean, you never know who's going to advance. I mean, it literally can be anybody because
you just have to get hot 1 or 2 games in a row and you're
I
rolling.
mean, Tennessee's the 6th seed, and I think everybody thinks they definitely could win the SEC tournament. And I mean, they may have just arguably probably the second best team. Oklahoma's probably the clear-cut favorite, but you never know. I mean, it could be Oklahoma, Alabama, Tennessee.
Yeah.
Among many more who could win the SEC tournament. I didn't even mention Texas.
It's stacked. Like, it's not even like there's like a bad team that can possibly make it upset. There's just a whole pile of good teams.
A whole pile of, I mean, like,
you don't know who's going to get hot.
Tennessee could play like Mississippi State in their first game. Mississippi State's beat them once this season. Tennessee won the series, but Mississippi State beat them.
The format's tricky too. Like it's
very it's
single elimination for softball.
Single elimination. It's just like basketball, just straight through. That's baseball's like that too now.
Did they switch it? Oh, that is stupid.
So baseball, and I hate that because I go to Hoover every year for the tournament.
For next week.
Exactly. There's something else that Steven gets to talk about. I'm with Steven on that one. I love to double elimination for baseball, but now it's just straight through. They're all like the basketball tournaments. You win or go home. So
that's not good.
That's
really not good.
We'll see what happens with in Lexington next weekend or next week, as that will be the final SEC softball tournament held at a college campus.
Oh, we can talk about that one too.
There's another one. Steven's got another one. We got a lot. Y'all are going to have a lot to talk about. But I guess to finish the episode, I just want to thank y'all for letting me join y'all on Rock Solid Summit Blue. The last few months have been a blast.
We will be back next fall, right?
Yes, we will be back next fall. We are all gonna be back. Are y'all excited to be? Are y'all excited for next fall?
I mean, I'm getting hyped for the volleyball season. Football season is gonna be like,
yeah, it's a lot.
Honestly, guys, I'm excited for the fall. I can't look at the fall right now.
Right.
I need to look at the summer.
That's okay. That's okay.
Right. You'll be back in the middle of August and it'll be ready to go again. And
then we'll be fine.
I'll
be more excited for it when the summer comes around to the end, but as of right now, I'm like, please don't remind me that I have to come back here.
Yeah, Corinne just wants the summer. She wants to go back to Cali. It's okay. That makes sense. I get it.
Please just let me sit on a beach for the rest of my life.
There you go. That's so valid too. But again, thank you all for letting me join y'all. This has been so much fun. I've loved this. this. But I will be listening to y'all's episode next week.
It's
Travis.
gonna be a fun one. We have to
Travis.
find some special guests to come join us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's gonna be a fun episode.
You know what? If you want to complain,
bring
get
Lily in.
I was like,
Yeah,
just gonna
bring
say.
Lily in. She
Even
will.
if you want to get on a
my
hate train,
gosh.
Lily will get on a hate.
Bring Lily in for
Oh my
real.
gosh, that
Stay
would be
tuned for
so
that one. Though.
funny.
That's gonna be a good one.
Yeah.
It promises to be entertaining, if nothing else.
Oh my gosh.
No
that's
doubt
so
about
funny.
that.
Yeah.
That will do a wrap for episode 15 of Rock Solid Summit Blue. We'll see you next
And-
week.
Yes, we will. Stay tuned.